Studio. What an amazing weekend. And now we're back in studio, and my hair is jacked up, and I need a haircut. That's right, I definitely need a haircut, and I got to fix this camera. This camera right here, a little bit too much. I'm a little too far to the right of the screen. We're going to have to fix that. We're launching a new month today. We're launching a new series today. I'm going to share with you just an incredible weekend. I hope you had an incredible weekend. I had an incredible weekend. It's the only way to describe it. The only way to describe this weekend is just absolutely incredible, memorable in so many ways, and we're going to dive into that. But new month, new series, everything's new, what's the word I'm looking for? Season that we're going into, weather-wise, all kinds of things new. But one thing is the same. Lots of things that are new, but there's one thing that is the same. If we change the way we start our day, it'll make a massive impact in our lives. Nothing's changed about that. And we're going to dive in right here on hashtag Rise and Grow. Look at this. Look at this little curly Q thing right here. What is this? It's like I slept in a circle. You know what I mean? Maybe I slept in a circle. Anyways, let's dive in. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. How are you, my friend? Or as my friend Craig right there said, maybe I should say, g'day, mate. How's my Australian? G'day, mate. Is that a good Crocodile Dundee? G'day, mate. Good morning. How are you, my friend? Ooh, coming in from Buffalo, New York. Nice. Today is Monday. That's right. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, March 2nd, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Do me a favor, go ahead and tag your friends. Go ahead and do that share button. Go ahead and do all of those things right now. Facebook is not, after 2,000 episodes, after 8 years. We started in 18. So yeah, I guess it would be 8 years. After 8 years and 2,000 episodes, Facebook still don't know how to send this out to the people that have their notifications turned on or any of those things. So help me out. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026. I am coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where today we have a high of 47 degrees. And then the rest of the week is in the high 60s and the low 70s. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first, folks. We have a week ahead that is kind of going to look and feel like spring. I don't know if it's actually spring. They have a lot of fall springs around here. I don't know if you guys have fall spring where you are, but we have something called false spring. But we're looking at some really, really good temps this week, which I'm super excited. Spring is in the air. Now, I am coming to you off of an amazing weekend. Absolutely amazing weekend. If you don't follow my Instagram or if you don't check out my stories, you might want to go back and do just that. But I came off of an amazing weekend with my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, Savannah Rain Lundy. So quick little breakdown. If you're new here, my name is Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1 and a father to 9. So I have 9 kids, ranging from a 26-year-old to a 16-year-old to a soon-to-be 14-year-old this week. I'll have a 14-year-old, and then I've got a 12-year-old, and I've got a 10-year-old, I've also got an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old. I also have a 5-year-old, and then I also have a 10-month-old. His name is Hutch Raider, and he's a beast. Thank you guys for doing that, by the way. Hitting those share buttons, tagging those friends, hitting the like button. The numbers are exploding this morning, so thank you for that. All right, so I've got 9 kids, and we pretty much do a lot of things together, right? It's Team Lundy very often. But what I have found over the years is that if I can get these kids alone, one-on-one, I can learn things about them that I just simply can't learn when they're in the pack. People act differently. My kids act differently when they're around their brothers and sisters than they do when they are by themselves. And so what I started doing a couple years ago is I created a rule where kids, once they reach a certain age, we do one-on-one trips. Just me and them. We do it once a year, one-on-one trip, 48 hours. 48 hours is what they get. 48 hours with dad. They get to pick the location. They get to pick what it is that we do. They get to pick it all. It's all on them. It's just me and them for 48 hours. Now, the reason we set 48 hours is because if they pick they want to go to France, well, travel is going to be 32 of the 48 hours, so they're not going to get much time in France. Like, it's got to be 48 hours from the time we leave the house till the time we get home. So typically they pick places that are a little bit closer, and in most cases not as expensive. So for Savannah, for this weekend, this was our first kid trip of the year. And for Savannah for the weekend, she said she wanted to go see Dancing with the Stars, the tour in Cincinnati. She said she wants to go do some shopping. And she also said she wanted me to take her to see the movie The Goat, which I've already seen with my other kids, but I missed seeing it with her. And so Saturday morning, Willow, my 12-year-old, she had, and man, the numbers are really blowing up in here today. Let's go. Saturday morning, don't go nowhere, folks. I'm going to talk, we're going to say good morning to you in just a minute. So Saturday morning, we went to, Willow had a gymnastics competition to start off the day. This is her pass right here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. So she did 3 of them back handsprings right down that line. She landed just a little bit offline, but she did pretty good. She took 3rd place in the competition. So we did that first. We went to Willow's competition. Then from there, we hit the streets and we drove up to Cincinnati, Ohio. We drove up to Cincinnati, Ohio. Once we got there, we jumped into the hotel, got all checked in, and then I went for a run. My friend Liza will be very proud of me. I did a 5K on the river, which was absolutely beautiful on Saturday when we went up there. So Savannah got ready, so on and so forth. I went for a little 5K. Then after the 5K, we went and hit Newport on the Levee. We did some shopping over at Newport on the Levee. We hit a couple different stores. And then my daughter informed me that for the show that night, we were going to have to, does your kids ever do this? Do your kids ever look at you and they're just like, yo, we're going to have to you're going to have to dress a little better. You got to be a little cooler. So Savannah looked at me. She's like, you got to be a little cooler tonight. So we went shopping. She bought me this awesome jacket, helped put together my outfit for the night so that I could look super cool for her as we went to, let me know if that mic is spiking. Sometimes on my side, it looks like it's spiking. Here, I'm going to switch to this one so it doesn't spike, but let me know if there's an issue. Anyways. So she got me all dressed up, dolled up for the show, which was amazing. So I got a nice new jacket. And then we went to the Dancing with the Stars show. And I got to tell you, this show was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And this picture right here, you can see a lot of people turning away. Look in the background of the picture. This picture is so funny. What's up, Ramon Ray? The sound is good, he says. Thank you. This picture right here. So everyone was coming up to the front of the stage and they were taking selfies with the stage behind them. I took Savannah up and I said, hey, Savannah, we're going to take a selfie with the audience behind us. That's what we're going to do. The stage is cool. We'll take lots of pictures of that. But let's take a picture with us in front of the crowd with the audience. And it almost looks like it's our event is really what it looks like, right? And so we took this picture. You can see some people like turning their head and laughing. It was funny because everyone else is taking selfies the other way around. But we decided to mix it up. Then from there, was the show. I mean, the show was just incredible. Here's a little clip. So look, it was super, super fun. And I kind of have a rule. Like, I feel like I'm setting the tone for my daughter's future, like boyfriends and husbands and so on and so forth. And so I just really high expectations. So we were front row one, seats one, row one, seat A, seat B, right up front. You can't get any closer, so on and so forth. So for any of them boys out there that are trying to date my daughter, just so you know, we are setting the standard. We're setting the bar. We're putting the bar up there super, super high. So it was super fun. It was an incredible, incredible show. Then we went back to the hotel after the show and went back to the hotel, called it a night. Next morning, we went to Crossroads. Actually, we went and had we had breakfast at Olive Garden. That sounds weird, but we had breakfast at Olive Garden. And then we went to Crossroads Christian Church. This is a big church in Cincinnati, and it was interesting. That is the best way I would say it. It was interesting. They have these huge LED screens in the back, the same screens that were being used in the Dancing with the Stars tour. And these screens, they could put anything on them, so on and so forth. And so they were like creating an ambiance with music and visually, so on and so forth. And they actually did part of the preaching from Philippi via video. Like, look at this on the screen.
As they're going back to the place of prayer where they met Lydia, a slave girl comes out and starts heckling them. Here's how the story goes in Acts 16. As we were going to the place of prayer, we were met by a slave girl.
So it was like part of the service was somebody teaching there live, and then part of the service was somebody teaching via, like, not via video normal. I do that in my church, but this is a huge video wall. It was like going to a theme park and they have those simulation roller coaster type things. It was kind of like that. And so they took us to Philippi and they took us to where the judgment happened and the book of Romans and so on and so forth. It was very, very, very interesting. So we went ahead and did that, which was great. Went to church Sunday morning. Then after we went to church Sunday morning, we went to the mall, and we were at the mall for just over 4 hours. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Just over 4 hours. We went to the Kenwood Mall, some multi-story mall. We walked every inch of the mall. We walked past every store that you could possibly go past. It was amazing. And we did a lot of shopping. And she came out super, super happy. She's got her new wardrobe. She's got her makeup. She's got all the things that she wanted to get. And we just had a blast. It was super, super fun. But I will tell you, the last store, I didn't buy a single thing. I did not buy a single thing at the mall. We were there for 4 hours. I didn't buy a single thing for me. I bought plenty of things for her, but I didn't buy a single thing for me until the very last store. The very last store that we went to was Lululemon. Lululemon? Is that how you say it? Lululemon. That was the last the last store, and I had no idea that they, A, are ridiculously expensive, and B, have the absolute best men's stuff ever. Like, they have incredible, like the pants that I bought, and I did buy them, the pants that I bought, oh my gosh, amazing. Some of the work, like, dude, I didn't even know they had a men's. Dude, Frank Knox just said best pants ever. Dude, I just bought 2 pair of these things, and I would have bought more. They're so expensive, though. I was happy when they didn't have certain colors in my size. I was like, thank goodness they don't have those in my size, because I was about to buy them all. Like, it's amazing. Dude, I just got to say, it's absolutely incredible. So anyways, I almost got out of the mall without buying anything for myself until we hit Lululemon. That's when things went a little off the rails. But it was the last store that we hit. Very last store. Yeah, I didn't even know they had men's clothes, dude. Yes, Brooke, I'm just now discovering the beauty that is Lulu, and I'm going to go freaking broke is what's about to happen. Anyways, so super fun, right? Super fun, from the dancing with the stars to the shopping, super fun. And then we ended the night by going, there's a theater in Cincinnati that brings you food to your seat and so on and so forth. And so we went to the movie The Goat, which if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you're an adult with no kids, go see it. If you're an adult with kids, take the kids, go see it. It's like amazing for all ages. Really incredible movie. Steph Curry helped produce it, and he just did a phenomenal job. It was really, really, really amazing. So go see The Goat. But it was super cool because they like brought the food to our theater. So it was just a whole bunch of experiences. She'd never been to a theater that serves the food in the theater. We'd never been to Dancing with the Stars. We'd never been to a church that had this huge, massive LED wall that was creating these incredible experiences. Everything we did this weekend was memorable. And the most memorable part was my daughter on the way back. We're on our way back, and I said, we always do, what are you grateful for? What do you love about? What I mean by that is, what are you grateful for? One thing for the day, and then what's one thing you love about the person kind of in the middle of the circle? We do it every night. But it was just the two of us. So I told her one thing I loved about her is how kind she is, how generous she is, how she's growing to be just an incredible young lady that is filled with joy and is an absolute treat to be around. And then she shared with me that the one thing that she loved about me is that she has learned so much about how to interact with people, how to be kind, how to be generous. She was like, Dad, you have taught me so much, and I am incredibly grateful. And so teared me up just a bit. It was an awesome, awesome, awesome weekend. And what a start. What a start to March, right? What a start to March. Here we are. We're in March. It's a brand new month. We're going to launch a new series here on this show. It's a new season with the weather, right? The weather's starting to change. It's a new season. So let's dive in. Thanks for going on that recap with me. I greatly appreciate it. But let's dive in. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do on this show. You know we got to do some dancing. That's right. You know we got to do some dancing. Let's go. Come on. All right, for those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I will say what's up back. Trisha Rue, good morning. Great to see you. Marilyn Wilkin, yeah, we got a little different vibe today on the show because we're just coming off Dancing with the Stars. It works. Sean Weatherby, good morning to you. Louise. Grafton Nonis, good morning to you. Robin Price is in the building. Patricia Frudenberg, good morning. Valerie Stone, good morning. Maria Michelle, good morning to you. Melvin Rodriguez is in the building this morning as well. Great to see you. Michael Barrett, thank you for being here. Robin Wilshans, thanks for being here. Christine Irvin, good morning, good morning. Bella Rigby, good morning, good morning. Jeremy Nowling, what's up, man? Mr. Nowling, great to see you. Renee Hayes is in the building. Pastor Jeff, we are dancing to the foxtrot music, sir. That's right. Trisha Rue, I already said good morning to you. I'll say it again. Good day, Mr. Scott Flansburgh, the human calculator. You made a massive impact in my life. Nathaniel Banks is in the building. Rich Pendrick is in the building. Spencer Nicholson, good morning. Beth Lucchese, good morning. Dwayne Moser, good morning. Great to see you. Brooke Guy in the building. What's up, Brooke? Great to see you. Oswald Joseph Bien Ame, I believe he's coming from Italy or South Africa, somewhere over the pond. Thanks for being here. Jody Tibbs is in the building as well. Thanks for being here, Jody Tibbs. We've got Beth Lucchese, Dana Fishbein, Young Johnson, Michael Larkin, Angela Hastings, Elizabeth Stewart McDonald, Maria Lind, all my folks over there on Clubhouse. Thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, if you would like, real quick, we have an event coming up in person in Lexington, Kentucky, March 17th and 18th. This is a 2-day leadership workshop where myself, my guy Sam Cox, my guy Evan Walters, Fred and Lou, we will be pouring into leaders, anybody in a leadership position, anyone wanting to grow as a leader for free for 2 days in person in Lexington, Kentucky. And all you have to do is go to 800%.life/upcoming -events, 800%.life/upcoming -events, or if you just go to 800%.life, you can click on the events tab and you can find there and register March 17th through 18th. If you're leading people and you want them to have better leadership skills, send them my way. Send them my way. If you are a leader yourself, come my way, March 17th and 18th. Also, we did launch a high school business class. We are working with high school students Wednesdays from 12 to 3, teaching them everything about business. My friend Katie Mayers is coming to teach and pour into them this coming Wednesday. Miss Katie Mayers will be here this Wednesday for those kids. So if you have a high school student or you are a high school student, ages 13 through 19. If you are a high school student, ages 13 through 19, just shoot me a message. We are welcoming all students 12 to 3 on Wednesday. Even if you missed the first 2 weeks, this is our 3rd week of the business class. Even if you missed the first 2 weeks, we're starting to bring in some of these guests that are going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be super valuable. So if you have a high school student, know of a high school student that wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to learn more about business, send them our way. All right, we are launching a new series this week. It's called Relentless, and we don't have a lot of time to get into it today, but we've got 7 or 8 minutes. So we're going to dive in a little bit today, and then we'll kick it off for the week. All right, so open up your planner, all right? Open up your planner. This guy right here. This is a Morning 5 planner right here. If you don't have one of these, you can go to themorning5planner.com. That's right. You can go to themorning5planner.com. All this stuff is on 800%.life, by the way. 800%.life is our primary website. So this is the Morning 5 planner. This one is not mine. Mine is in my office, and then I have a digital one. So when I'm on the road, I use it. I do it digitally, and when I'm at home, I do a planner just like this. But if you would open up your planner, for those of you that already have them, if you open up your planner, here we are. We're in March, right? We are in March. So if you open it up to your month at a glance, at the very top of March, at a month at a glance, for those of you that don't have a planner, just follow along with us here. You should have one now. But here's what it says. Here's what it says at the top of the planner. It says, spring is the season of growth. Oh, what a great way to start our Monday, just like that. Spring is the season of growth. We could just stop right there, right? And that alone would be motivational enough. Spring is the season of growth. But growth only happens, listen to this, Growth only happens when movement meets mindset. It says it right here. Right there at the top. See it? I don't know if the camera's going to let me do it. It's not. It's going to not be focused. Growth only happens when movement meets mindset. Then it says, push through resistance, challenge your limits, and let your actions align with your beliefs. Oof, I love this. Now, you got to keep in mind, I wrote this 6 months ago, but it really just feels, it's hitting the spot for me today. Hopefully it's hitting the spot for you today. Push through resistance, challenge your limits, and let your actions align with your beliefs. Movement meets mindset. We are 6 days away from it being 67 days since January 1st. So we are 61 days since January 1st of 2026. Any habit that you were looking to make or break this year will be cemented in a week for a handful of people. Now, any habit that you were looking to make or break, or I should say it this way, for most people, that cementing of that habit will be non-existent, because the majority of people have not made it this far. The majority of people did not make it this far with their New Year's resolutions. The majority of people did not make it this far with their goals and their targets. The majority of people did not reach day 61 of doing that one thing they know they need to do in their lives, or removing that one thing they know they need to remove in their lives. Most did not. Handful did. I'm in the handful. I'm in the handful. I have worked out every single day this year. I've worked out every single day to a sweat every single day this year. And I haven't lost any weight, by the way. It takes 67 days before something becomes easier to do than to not do. If you started on January 1st and you have continued, you are 6 days away from cementing that habit. Now, I want you to think about how long it's been since January 1st of 2026. Think about everything that's already happened this year. Think about it. Think about everything that's happened this year. Just this year. Think about all the places that you've traveled to, all the experiences that you've experienced. Think about maybe the stages that you've spoke on or the conferences you attended. Think about what you've done at work, what you've got accomplished. Think about what's gone on politically. Think about what's gone on economically. Think about everything that's happened in just this year. 61 days is a long time, dude. It's a long time, and that is why most come up short. Not because they're not dedicated, not because they're not disciplined, not because they're not inspired, but most people come up short because they underestimate how long it actually takes. It takes a long time for something to become easier to do than to not do. So now let's go back to the planner. We're going to go back to our planner here. Hopefully you've created that habit. Let's go back to our planner, and right here at the top of the month at a glance, it's got your monthly book recommendation. This month's monthly book recommendation is Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable by Tim Grover. Now, it says this is a no-nonsense masterclass on mental toughness and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Written by the legendary coach behind Elite Athletes. I met Tim Grover at the first 10X Growth Con, I read his book before because I knew Tim Grover was going to be there. So I read the book Relentless so that when I met him, I knew I would have something to talk about with him. And I got to tell you, he is a guy who marches to the beat of his own drum. He definitely acts out the things that he teaches in this book. And so I want to challenge you. Now, I think there is some language and stuff in the book. If you're okay with that, go in. If you're not okay with that, don't go in. But I want to challenge you to really dive into this book this month. Last month, we did the book called Love Does with Bob Goff, which was great. I got a lot out of it last month, even though I'd read it before. This month, we're going with Relentless. It's an older book. Many of us have read it. If you've read it before, we're going to read it again. You're in a new season of life. This is a new time. We're going to read it again. All right? Because listen, anyone can have a dream. Anyone can start, right? Anyone can have a dream. Anyone can start. But mental toughness, that's where people struggle. You have to have the mental toughness that when it hurts, when it's hard, when it sucks, you're going to push through anyway. Like, that's the hardest part, dude. If this stuff was easy, everybody would do it. If this stuff was easy, we'd all just reach and achieve all the things that we want to reach and achieve. Like, everybody wants it, bro. There's no surprise that everybody wants it, but so few actually get it. I want you to be one of those few. So this week, we're going to dive into, we're going to explore this really hard part of doing the things we don't want to do when we hurt, when we're sick, when it's hard, when it sucks. We're gonna explore that. I want you to think about this verse. I'm gonna get out of here, but I want you to think about this verse real quick. There's a verse it's Romans 5:3-4. Okay, this is a verse in the best-selling book of all time, most impactful book of all time. Romans 5:3-4. It says specifically this. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Sit on that, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again, right here on #Rise and Grind.
Wake up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke.